unless their opponent is watching the same DVD and becomes extremely savvy to it, then they're going to trap triangles someone. But let's just take a look. It's a far side arm lock. Now, there's a caveat to when you do drill this, is your training partner, Kyle, in this fashion, he's going to have to push into me like nobody's business, because that's what people will do. Because if he doesn't, you'll see that when someone doesn't push into you, boom, 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 there's a whole other series of things that are going to follow. We're gonna kill two problems with this particular instance. We're gonna combat his drive, which is number one. That's a problem, and then we're gonna combat this arm position. So this arm, the one that's trapped in the guard, I don't want it up on my shoulder. So we're going to do it at this angle first. And we're going to take a look at how to kill this arm off first. And we're going to kill this arm off as Kyle drives really hard. He's going to start pushing into me. I'm going to put my far foot on the hip. He's going to continue to push into me. Now, I'm going to use a bridge of my head. And as he drives, his arm is now below my waist, or around my waist. We need to get around that arm before we think about attacking. Because that arm, this arm, yes, now it's under my waist, you can clearly see it, will block me from cutting the angle that I need in relation to him to hit an arm lock or a Jujigatami. You can see that if this arm is posted on the floor and he drives, and I try to go to an arm too early, I do not have the angle that I need, okay? I need to get over this arm and put it under my back. And that will only happen with this little syncope bridge, whatever you want to call it, when he is pushing hard. Because as I just said, if he doesn't push hard enough, we'll do other things. We'll attack a completely different set of attacks. So, we have the guard locked up. He has an inside tie. Most experienced guys know they need to be on an inside. We covered that earlier about guard passing. He's got an inside tie because he wants to win this inside tie. This is what Kyle wants to do in general. He wants to keep a hand on the inside. He wants to flatten me out. And then he's going to pummel this arm in through and make it to the inside. And he resets himself. That's his goal. So, by keeping this hand on the inside, his right hand on the inside, he's doing himself a service. It's not like he's doing the wrong thing. He's doing the right thing. When he starts driving into me, the foot goes on the hip. Now, when we locked up our guard, we're locked up, it is perfectly fine to be flat on the back. Remember we talked about angling earlier. Totally fine to be flat on my back when I'm submitting someone, okay? And I'm about to try to submit Kyle. So, again, I need to clear this hand first. As he's driving, my foot goes on the hip. I syncopate myself, so his hand is now down by my waist. Now we've got a proper angle for our Jujigatami. I will allow my left hand to open up if necessary, my left leg to pass over his head, and we not only have a potential attack on the arm here, we have a potential attack on the arm with no counter. Because his arm is stuck under my back. It is around my waist. It's going to be too slow for him to pull his arm out and grab his bicep to defend this arm. This arm has no defense. Okay? It's gone. It's going to be extended. My arm under my leg is holding him momentarily from posturing up. Once I know the leg is coming over the head, I'm going to let my arm go. Okay? I'm going to let this arm go, getting out of the leg. The reason why I don't like to keep it here is that it is getting in the way of my leg biting down, for number one. Okay? And then number two, you might say, I'm just going to take my leg off the head for a moment, you the viewer. This leg, you might say, well, if your leg is biting down on your hand, isn't that still going through your training partner? It is essentially on this shoulder, but it's not on the other side, right? But more importantly is that if I was stuck and I got into an omoplata setting, so say Kyle's been here before, he knows. as I bring the leg over the head, he literally yanks out his arm and circles out to omoplata. My right arm is not where it needs to be. And we're going to go over the omoplata system in a little bit. But that right arm is nowhere near where it needs to be to stop the potential counters you have from omoplata. So I need to prepare for that. So as we pass the leg over the head, when the leg is passing over the head, this hand must, or it's a good idea, to take it out. And the legs bite down now. I get full bite on the legs. My right hand begins to drift down to the waist, and my elbow comes in on his elbow. Okay? I'm a big fan of staying elbow deep initially on an arm lock, and then moving at extension, moving down to where we have two hands on the arm lock. And there are several mentalities of the arm lock. Thumb faces up, or in a guard situation where you're on your back, palm faces up, tends to be much more painful for your training partner. And I'm sure that when you're doing it, they will tell you that when the thumb faces up from the guard, it feels pretty good, especially here. But when you turn the palm up from the guard, it feels downright gnarly. And so in a triangle or from a closed guard, especially on this situation, the arm is fully extended already. It's not a bad idea to rotate the hand so that it's palm facing the ceiling and then begin your juji attack. Okay? So again, we're going to take the jujigatami from the Williams guard on the far arm. And now we won't even worry about this arm. So I'm going to let him keep this arm by my waist. We're going to pay attention more to this arm. So this arm being up by the shoulder is pretty rare, actually, unless someone's been in there.